Grandma, who all was in your
Take
family?
one, take two.
Who all was in your family? Like,
My,
who was the oldest and then go down to the youngest?
my
Brothers and
family or my mother and dad's family.
Your family.
Of my kids,
No, like Uncle Lawrence and,
Oh.
you and...
well, Aunt Esty was the oldest. And then Aunt Emma.
And that was from Grandpa's first marriage. Your dad's first marriage, right?
And then Lawrence, Jewel, Norma, me, Ellen, Edra, Sophie, and Phil.
And then your kids.
And then my kids. Bill, Roger, Ronald, Dan, Nick, Wayne, Sis, JR.
Which one of your kids got in trouble the most?
Oh Lord, I don't know. I have no idea.
Did they all get in trouble? Or they just mouthy?
At one time or another, sure, they was all in trouble.
What about you?
Me? Oh, well, Lord, I was in trouble more than a whole house full of kids all been.
What did you like to do when you were little?
When I was little,
Like when you were our age?
oh, everything. I just loved to play, and I loved to ride the horse. I loved to work out with Daddy. I didn't much like to work in the house. I liked to work outside.
Daddy's girl?
Yep, that's what they said. That's what they call me.
How'd you meet Grandpa?
uh,
How'd you meet Grandpa?
oh, Lord, I knowed him when I was just a little tot. Then they moved away. Knew him when they were back there in Kentucky, when we all lived back there. And then Mama and Papa Barker moved out here up on Poe's Run. Oh, several years. He was just a little boy then. And I didn't see him very much. Once in a while they'd come back there until after I was about 17 or 18. And then Mom and Daddy moved to Columbus. And then we started dating about a year before we was ever married.
Was he cute?
Well, naturally, I thought. Yeah, he was handsome. He was really handsome, yeah.
What did you guys do on a date? What was like a typical date?
Well,
What did you guys do on a date?
oh, went to movies or just sometimes we'd go to places like to the zoo or something, go to church, just sometimes just visit. Because I knew his relatives and he knew mine.
Did your parents like Grandpa?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because they'd known practically all their lives. They'd known Mama and Papa.
Did Uncle Clifford ever date one of your sisters?
No, I don't think so.
You did. Well,
Tell us about you and Aunt Normie when you were kids.
yeah, I want to hear about that.
You don't want to know how ornery we were.
What was the worst? Did you ever get in big time trouble? with
Oh,
her?
honey, we was always in trouble.
What's the thing that
The
you
two
remember
of us.
most?
And then your Aunt Nina and I got more spankings than all the other 8 put together.
You
And
got
altogether they
spankings
was-
when you were little?
Oh, honey bunches. We were always getting spanking for something. And just like Aunt Normie said, almost every time that we had visitors and had a lot of people there at our house, we knew as soon as they left we was going to get spanking. We was always getting in something.
What'd you guys do?
Oh, just anything.
What,
Just
what,
to be ornery.
what was the biggest trouble you can remember getting into?
Oh, let's see. The little things we used to do a lot of time was when we got a little time to play, we'd go around where our house was. There was a little branchway that come down between us and the next door neighbors. and we had to go around this hill, and it was just out of sight. We'd go around there and play, because we had a playhouse fixed underneath an old rock on the hill, a very big old rock. And we'd go around there and sneak up to our playhouse and be playing, and Mommy'd holler for us, and we'd pretend we didn't hear. And that neighbor would get out there, and she'd say, "Alfie, I see the girls right over here on the hill." She'd always tell on us. And then, of course, Mom would ask us why we didn't answer, you know. We had to tell her. We was too busy playing.
I never heard you tell me that one.
She'd always, her name was Pearlie.
Did you like her?
Oh yeah, we liked her, but we thought that was real mean because she'd tattle on us. We thought she was tattletale because she'd tell on us.
What? Well, I don't remember which one. But didn't one of the sisters cut the other sister's hair or something?
Yeah, well, no. That was Uncle Lawrence, I believe, who cut Aunt Judy's hair.
When was that? What happened?
Well, he just wanted to try cutting hair, I guess.
How old was he?
I don't know. I don't remember Mom telling me just how old he was. Yeah, and Judy probably knows how old she was then when Lawrence cut her hair, but I don't remember it, so she must have been pretty little. Of course, Aunt Nina was between me and her, and she would have been a pretty big girl, you know, by the time I'd been big enough to remember stuff like that. Because she's 5 years older than I am, Aunt Judy. But one time, Sissy cut her own hair. She had the prettiest blonde curls you ever seen when she was little, and she come in and I said, "What happened to you?" She said, "Cut my hair."
Did
I
one of
walked
the
in
guys do
bedroom-
it?
I walked in the bedroom and there was some little blonde curls laying in the wastebasket where she cut them off.
Did she do it or did one of her brothers?
She said she did it. I guess she did. She was always experimenting and wanting to do something different. She sure done something different that time.
What was Uncle Dan like when he was a little kid?
Dan.
Uh-huh.
Well, Dan was quiet when he was little. He was, there was just as much difference in him and your daddy as daylight and dark. They looked a whole lot alike, but your daddy he was real he'd get mad real easy. He was real flighty, and he'd get mad real easy. And he'd just get so mad, he'd just be ready to fight anything. And 5 minutes later, he was okay. He was just fine. And your Uncle Dan, it took a whole lot to make him mad. He would get mad very easy. But when he did get mad, he was so mad that he'd keep everything just bottled up, and he'd pout for a day or two. He just wouldn't speak hardly and wouldn't hardly talk to anybody or anything. And that just last forever when he did get mad. But your daddy was just the opposite. He'd get mad real easy and be real mad, but he just, 5 minutes later, he was just fine. He could just go on talking, laughing, and having a big time.
Was Uncle Dan always good at basketball?
Did he always play basketball?
And was he always good at it?
Yeah, Dan was good at playing basketball.
What else did he like?
Oh, he didn't like to play baseball like your daddy did. Your daddy liked baseball better than he did basketball. I think Wayne liked basketball pretty good, but because